Another great start to a day of anime and manga. So, Seraph of the End. The opening song is so catchy. Like, I can't express that enough. The opening song, I don't think I've skipped it once since I started watching the series. Besides the spoilers that I complained about last week, you know, I really like the opening song. That first segment of the opening song, like the first 20-something seconds of the opening, like, dun, 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 you know, that slow start at the beginning, I love that little soundtrack right there, like that little part of the opening song. And the opening song is just so damn catchy. It's definitely in my top 3 of this anime season, clearly, just because of that beginning sequence of the opening song. Anyway, speaking of opening song, the music of this episode, I don't know if it's just me, but man, that music is definitely holding this series up. Like, I personally feel like this music of Seraph of the End is one of the key reasons why this series is just so damn good, because the music is just enjoyable. Now, getting into the real beef of the episode, this episode kind of showcases our main male character's friend's side that we thought supposedly died, but we knew he was alive thanks to the opening on episode 2. But let's, you know, kind of suppress that. And let's say this is the first time we've seen him, we weren't spoiled. The friend, we get to see his perspective. He is still alive, and he is now a vampire. We get to find out how he became a vampire, because majority of us that were probably looking at the opening sequence probably thought that this dude wanted to become a vampire. But from what we see in this episode is that the queen, the vampire queen, forced upon her blood on him and turned him into a vampire when he didn't want to. So that's what we get to see in this episode. So he got turned into a vampire not willingly. And so you could see that he probably still has his traces of humanity to where he wants to help out other humans, because you see it to how he didn't want to take that girl's blood in this episode. Like, she was offering herself, and then he had a flashback, and then he didn't do nothing after that. Like, you see he didn't care at all. So you can assume that he is still a caring person as he was in the past, and I wonder exactly how he's getting by. Like, is he drinking blood still? I mean, he has to be drinking blood to be able to survive, but, I mean, I wonder how he is getting by. Huge questions right there. Overall, when it came to that segment of the episode, getting to show his side of the story, for the most part, I kind of expected that. I will be honest here, when it comes to Seraph of the End, it is an entertaining series. I have had a lot of entertainment watching this series for the past couple episodes, but it isn't nothing groundbreaking. Like, it isn't nothing like, oh my fucking god, this is amazing, it's changed everything. It's nothing I could say that is groundbreaking. It's an average setup series, like, you know, what we've been seeing, but it is entertaining, very fucking entertaining. Like, I can't deny that at all. I've been very entertained by the atmosphere, the music, the setting, and stuff like that. Maybe it's because I'm a sucker for these type of series, but overall, when it comes to this anime adaptation, they're definitely doing a damn good job, especially the way they present all these different elements, especially with this, like, new rival of our main male character that's kind of very similar to him, of how our main male character was in the past. For instance, you see how, like, he's having to care for his sister, and his sister has this apocalypse virus, and she's dying. And if he gets access to the Moon Demon Company, he can have unlimited access to this medical treatment for his sister. So it goes to show us that that is the reason why you should possibly strive for the Moon Demon Company, because you can get all this different unaccessed treatment that normal civilians can't possibly get to. And this also leads into the next issue at hand. So, the vampires declare war on all of the humans. It's part of this, like, demon army. That's called the Moon Demon Clan Army or whatever. You know, the entire army organization that our characters are in right now on the human side, while the vampire side wants to take them all down. And that is what is really going on. So war has been declared, both sides are going to be going after each other. But what I found very interesting in that dialogue was that we come to find out that the vampires are very concerned. They're very concerned about this organization because they're fearful that they will make another apocalyptic type virus that happened multiple years ago. So I'm interested in finding out a couple of things like this. For instance, does that mean that it does confirm that the vampires did not make the virus and it was the humans, and it was someone similar, something very similar to what, you know, the humans are doing right now with this organization? Did they tamper with something they shouldn't have? I mean, a lot of questions I have right now, because the way the vampires are talking is that they're very fearful that they'll cause another apocalypse, which in turn, if you think about why would the vampires not want that to happen, their livestock and food supply will die. You gotta remember that. So, if humans become extinct, vampires will die, and they don't want that to happen. They do not want humans to become extinct. And so you can kind of assume why they would want to take out this organization, because they don't want to make their very source of life die. But it's kind of, you know, hypocritical. They're taking out human life to save human life, but creates a good logic. Anyways, one thing I will say, when it came to the episode, it was enjoyable. We get introduced to this new character that is a rival. I mean, like I said, we found out his motive with his sister, what he's striving for, and it kind of bonds the two characters together where they want to have teamwork, and most likely they're probably going to form a squad in the future. I sense it right now that he is going to form a squad with our main male character, and they're going to be hunting down vampires and stuff like that. That's very, very obvious with this setup. So yeah, that's pretty much this episode of Seraph of the End. It's an enjoyable episode, had setup here and there, had some good animation, great music, catchy opening song as always, ending song is pretty damn good, and that's about it. So tell me your thoughts. I mean, how do you feel about everything that happened? Do you agree with my theory I made? I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.